And we are live. So welcome everybody. We have a very special update for you today. We have Harry Liu here, our CEO of Forj. Hi, Harry. And today we are going to go through with Harry with a presentation we have all about some of the updates happening here at Forj. We have some really interesting thoughts around our new project Tastemakers, as well as also a look at the current use case and utility of the bonding token as well. And of course, I'll be asking Harry questions along the way, trying to bring everything to life for you all. If you do have any questions, please do drop them to our community and we'll happily be in Discord over the next day or so to answer those as well. So welcome, Harry. You're on mute, Harry.
Glad to be here again to update with everyone about Forj token, our upcoming partnerships, and also our previous achievements too. We have a great Animoca day, portfolio day. Actually, it happened days ago. Charles and Rob, from our team, was in it, and Sebastian, from the sandbox, I got to feature our metaverse experience too. It was excellent. Maybe tell us more about it, Charles, before we begin the presentation. How was it?
Yeah, so that was very special, yes. So as Harry said, we were in New York for NFT NYC, and Animoca Brands had a very special event. It was for their portfolio companies and subsidiaries. Of course, Forj is a major subsidiary of Animoca Brands, and we had some incredible panels and discussions. One in particular was incredible, which was we had the CEO of Yuga Labs, of Cool Cats, and also Sebastian from the Sandbox, alongside Yatsu, talking about building in a bear market. And Rob and I had a chance to sit down with Sebastian afterwards to talk about a number of upcoming projects that we're very excited about, centered specifically around Metaprint and Tastemakers, which of course are major brands for Forj, a big part of our portfolio. But yes, more to come on that soon. And certainly if you jump into our Discord, I did talk a little bit about it in the channels as well. So in the meantime, yes, great to have you here, Harry. Really keen to see what updates you have for us. So let's get the presentation up.
Yep.
And yeah, let's dive into it.
Hello everyone. Today we want to demonstrate you with the ecosystem edition with Forj. We're going to share you with upcoming launches and also our past achievement. So in the right side here, you can see this is Animoca projects and also Yuga IP ecosystem projects that we have been covering in the past. So I have 3 questions as we go through this deck. Past, now, and future theme for today. What are the past successful projects supported by us? How Forj tokens is going to capture through these launches, and then how can you, as a community members at Forj, can participate for the upcoming projects? Those are the 3 questions we would figure out as we go through the deck. So part 1 is the ecosystem support. If you have been reading some of Forj and my tweets, you'll be seeing the March and April's reports recently. We have been writing this ecosystem report for Yuga IP ecosystem, covering 50 projects back in August to the latest one, the March IP ecosystem. That is 272 projects. And this report is recognized by both Animoca team members and also Yuga Labs executive team too. So it's definitely tons of recognition. And this is some of the community voice from Lear, which is from Mutant Cattell, Friki, who's from Yuga's team, community team, and then Helena from ApeCoin ecosystem, and then BAYC Kada, and also some of the other side updates just got recognized too. Many of the reports we have been writing prove to be insightful, educative. That drive a lot of audience to get to know about Forj, about what we do too.
Actually, Harry, just on that, actually, just for the community, tell us a bit more about, because obviously you've been really, really active in the Bored Ape community and the wider Yuga ecosystem, and actually you've built up your profile in that respect. So you're a very well respected kind of opinion leader in that space. So tell us why it is that you've been kind of so active there, and how you came to kind of start developing these reports and these viewpoints.
Yeah, there are a few reasons behind it. What I find about Web3 is, like education is a form of empowerment. And one of the pieces, we started a Tastemaker, which is our Web3 education initiative, is to really empower others, right, through the form of writing. Because by the time that I finish with writing a report, not only that I get to retain your knowledge, but also others get to learn from it too. So from our team, it's one of the best way to capture the information, understand what's happening in the market, and then digest the most important information for people who are busy. At the same time, we also see this is a great way for recognition, because many of the builders in the community has built so many amazing things, but like many of them are not being recognized enough, right? Due to Twitter's algorithm, right? Or because they are just good at building, right? At tech, but they are not good at doing marketing or share, right? So we see that. And then third is, I think, about ecosystem collaboration. And by doing the reports like this, we actually encourage more ecosystem community to collaborate. And Forj has been the forefront of doing NFT through NFT launchpads, NFT innovation. By actually doing this type of education, they actually allow us to capture more potential collaboration too, which we'll show you later on. And we did have a lot of deal flow and in the pipeline that is a result of this too.
Excellent, fantastic. Yeah, sorry. So I interrupted your flow. So carry on.
Yeah, tons of recognition over we say the past 8 months, and the community from our end has been growing too. Like this is examples of the value creation. Mutant grapes, $300,000 in sales. We featured them back in 4 months ago, and this is the first time this at Harry and Forge, right? Like you guys have spotted us from the very beginning, and they're able to drive the sales, and this sales number is something that they cannot imagine back in months ago. And then we have a Universal Music Group that's $1.4 million in sales, and then the Shirley, BAGC, Mutant Cartel, Mutant Hounds, as well as recently Primates, right? Did mega fall sales too. So we are seeing projects are leveraging the Yuga IP, the BAYC IP, to build stories on top, and then successfully create value and revenue from NFT launches. So we are part of the contribution where we distribute information and educate the audience about all these projects. For Animoca brands, we have 400 portfolio projects and it's growing very quickly. Many of them are in the GameFi space. So what we do here is we push the GameFi projects to adopt the BAYC IP, and then it's win-win for both, right? On one end, the BAYC IP have to have more utility. On the other hand, the GameFi projects get to have audience to play their games. So you can see here is different categories of areas that Animoca has invested in, and we push them toward the use of IP. And some of them, like for example, the upcoming launch, we do have our own IP too involved in this. So we do see this, kind of IP synergy among the sister companies and portfolio projects.
And to clarify, Harry, when you talk about our own IP, you're talking about the Bored Apes that we actually, as Forj, own ourselves, and we offer out to our partners, on license to use in their promotion. So obviously, a big part of Bored Ape ownership is the ability to use your ape's IP for promotional purposes or as a brand. So it's a really powerful way of adding an extra layer of depth to your activation. And obviously we famously, you'll see there on the right hand side, the monkeying around game from Metaprints was a hugely successful sandbox alpha season 3 game, something that Sebastian, actually, when we spoke to him on Friday, he was very complimentary about how well it had done, and I'm looking forward to perhaps revise kind of bringing that game back at some point as well, which would be fantastic. So yes, good to know that we have so many different uses for that for those apes.
That IP integration has 165,000 visits and 65,000 unique players. One of the highest PvP collection that gets that amount of activation. So definitely successful season 3 launches, and we looking to do it season 4 again. So yeah, that effort resulted in 150,000 native audience, $8 million in NFT sales, and 3 million monthly member viewerships. So this is our viewerships from some of the reports that we have been writing. So definitely it's a huge boost of previous month.
Yes, and these are just for the audience as well. This is the collective results for all of those projects that you were just displaying as well. So obviously that's not just relevant to Forj projects, but just the wider Animoca ecosystem use of Yuga IP.
Right. So the next part is about now, right? So we talk about the past achievement that we have done, and right now is where we talk about more about culture activation. Culture is the future of Web3 and open metaverse. That is quoted from Yasil, and he spoke about it during the Animoca portfolio day 2. So what does it mean, right, for cultural activation? Cultural activation means that no longer, when we talk about games activation, we promote the games and then we get people to play. But by integrating, right, stories and lore, we actually get to retain the audience. That is seen by the recent success of Yuga's Yugi Dash and Lick the Toe, Legend of the Mara 2. So audience are following along the journey and continue to to provide user-generated content as well as comments and reviews on that too. So for us, last month we launched Tastemakers. Tastemakers is a Web3 driven education guild that we have invited many notable BAYC members in the community, including Yasil, Sebastian from the Sandbox, Jimmy from the Kingships, as well as many of the researchers that you might have seen some of their posts. So in total, we have 300 contributors and 50 different groups supporting our initiative. And why this matters? This matters because many of the projects inside the Animoca family, they need audience support. And this is a group of audience that can empower by having project feedbacks, conducting research reports together, and then doing live streams about our games. So last Wednesday, we did live streams on the one of the games that we're going to talk about, which drives a lot of audience engagement.
And just to be clear, Harry, as well, and for the audience, when we talk about the value of the Tastemakers Guild, education works both ways. There's the opportunity for our members to participate in learnings for upcoming projects. Those projects want an engaged, closed audience of Web3 enthusiasts and thought leaders to give them advice on how to shape their products. So actually, it becomes obviously, from my background in marketing, it's essentially a Web3 focus group with the power to genuinely shape and help bring products to market, as well as, of course, being a group that learns from both us and each other all about Web3 and how to research properly and to create great content as well. So really, really strong and kind of powerful community, and one that's going to be growing rapidly over the coming months.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Like during the times that we educate others, also the time that we're digesting and educating ourselves, the speed of Web3 is like light speeds. Every single week it's like months of learning. So the ability to dissect and also to conduct due diligence on what projects to support, it has a long-term implication. So that we can select the project that is promising, and then we can support their token journey too. And this is the firepower of the guild, right? Since launch over the past month, Tastemaker Guild's members has generated $1.5 million in ecosystem project sales, 9 million plus viewerships from Trio Threads, and 300 this are from all just like 300 Tastemaker Guild members.
Yeah, and those are some serious numbers, and obviously we have a very strong correlation with Bored Ape ownership as well. So a number of our 300 guild members are actually Bored Ape holders themselves, aren't they? And quite prominent leaders in the space.
Yeah, in the past, we use our own tool in a way that to tell a story, but right now we are giving these tools and templates for them to tell a story to support, right, the wider like initiative, right, which is on education. So we are getting a lot of member support, right, to align with what we do. And these are some of the notable reports. ONG, who is the person who have played Tuki Dash game as a very famous delegate, made $500,000 from playing the game. Playing for others, and this is his most recent game review, right? Called Undead Block, right? He got 20,000 reviews from it. So this means that no longer he is just like a player, but he's becoming a form of educator, inviting wider audience and his fans to the Web3 community, and this is really grateful to be seen. Animals, another great example, like who is a very, I would say, regional Chinese-driven KOL, like who has been educating in the Chinese articles. And he recently purchased a Bored Apes and commit to write a lot of articles too. So he will be talking in a space with us on this coming Wednesday. And then Jay Bond too, like who has been well known for usage of IP and supporting the wider BAYC community. So many of the reports that they have written, like strengthen, like the knowledge for us in like IP, Web3 and open metaverse. So this is the builders list, and many of them, as you know, is the founders and executive team like of many notable projects. So like Sebastian from the Sandbox, you got a CM team, and then we have Wyker Games, and like Marshy Big Brother too.
And we also, Harry, just by my recollection, we actually have some of the ApeCoin Council members, don't we, as part of our guild?
Yeah, like Jerry or AG, those are the very famous like BOIC community members. And we have like many of the projects, right, who are like looking to get approval AIP from them. So like this is the ability for them to network, learn from each other, and also showcase some of the progress too inside the community. So we are tapping into many of the notable contacts here. Those are really hard to connect, but we assemble basically a guild that is open, right, for collaboration. And we have our first game, right? That's like counting down. Like this is like one more day, or maybe 2 more days before that we can make some burgers, right? So game. So you can see this is Bobby, but it's in another metaverse, right? Which is like in the 2D metaverse here, ready to be found. Like last week we found Robbie waiting in the door, but we didn't know what's the story going to be. So this week we will find out more. So this is our official collaboration with a game that integrate our IP and also storyline into it. So we look forward to this. Pixel is backed by Animoca Brands, OpenSea Ventures, and they have over 150,000 monthly active user. And this time, they're using the BAYC IP to integrate to their game. In lifetime, they have over like 800,000 total players, and this is how the game looks. It's very UGC driven. Many people like who play it. It's like free to access. And if you do want to pay for it, right, you can purchase the land, variables, and through completing missions, you're getting something that is very unique to you. So I got the opportunity to like to play together along with our CM team. It was one of a very unique experience that I have played.
Yeah, and actually, if anybody interested, we're launching the game tomorrow. By the time you see this recording, it might actually be today. So tomorrow being Tuesday, the 18th, and we'll be doing a live stream with the Pixels team themselves of a live walkthrough of the game with the team that designed the game. So that's going to be super exciting. Do join us if you are able to. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we look forward to this. The team has spent a lot of effort making the game. So yeah, like we do want it to get more of you, right, to play as well. So like this is like where we see, right, more of the projects we move towards. In the past, right, many of the projects like kind of works in silo. They create their own independent lore, but in the future, we will see more and more the network effects of the IP, which means that the games that we are incubating will integrate the lore of the BOIC, which allows many of the games to retain and expand audience. And this is how the network effect applies to our strategy in the coming months. So on one hand, you can see on the top, we have the 272 ecosystem projects. They keep going, right? So potentially we hit 300 plus or more. And those projects include Gucci, Adidas, yeah, like Tech Heuer, right? From the fashions, like clothing, also down in the music, right? Universal Music Group. So they're not just like indie projects, but they are actually notable global brands entering the space. And as they enter the space, they are looking for ways to, yeah, expand the audience and educate the audience. Right, this is where we come in. We support the activation through beta testing, and then through beta testing, the rewards, right, for a tastemaker could be NFT and could be a form of yeah, like allocation, right, allow us to. And then as for like games, they get more audience to play, and they get more support, right, for their upcoming launch, either for their NFT and tokens too. So we see not only pixels can be a one-time activation, but in the future, they could support other games and other lores, right, launch too. So this is kind of a yeah, education, incubation, and distributions all in one value add for the Web3 IP.
Love it.
And this would also applies to our token flywheel too. So many of you who are holding Forge tokens and wondering what's going to happen, right, to Forge, right, like all this like kind of upcoming months with the activation. So with more cultural activation that's coming, that will drive more new audience on board, and we will be able to retain this audience too, like through the games and through the lore. And then we have the launch pad, right, which would support with the activation, right? So from bronze, silver, gold, right, to yeah, like beyond the passes. I mean the tiers that you have, right, would be able to yeah, like access the projects for yeah, allocation. And then yeah, this is a way that not only that you can play, but you'll also be able to participate for the future launches too. So this would allow us to incubate more projects because we have hundreds of projects in the Yuga IP community and also Animoca too. So we are handfully selecting the best of the best of them, yeah, for incubation and activation, and which would result in higher token demand and higher product synergy. So yeah, which means that holding the like Forge tokens would enable you to participate in more projects, and so yeah, like more audience participation means yeah, like higher demand.
And to clarify, Harry, when we talk about Forge tokens, we mean, of course, Bonley and other Forge kind of tokens within the Forge ecosystem. So, for example, currently pets and potentially others one day as well.
So yeah, like this is a token flywheel. We are looking to increase more use cases in the coming months. So we already have the live reports that we're issuing at a monthly basis. So many of you are staking like the tokens, and you're getting rewards, right, from the tokens already. But like the next step here is like we want many of you to be able to access the live report. So the live report gives you the ability to head to our Discord channel, Tastemaker Discord channel, to access the report, listen to the live stream sessions, and then it would provide you with some extras, right, wireless allocation opportunity too. So yeah, that's one, right?
And to clarify, Harry, so this is for the from Tastemakers as well. So every month you do a light report which goes out to very select individuals and of course our Tastemakers community. but we've obviously made sure that those of us who have Bondly tokens staked, as long as they're staked at bronze tier or above, they will be whitelisted to be able to go into our Tastemakers Discord, which of course you can find on Discord. The link is also in the bio for our Twitter feed. If you go on our Twitter page, just click the link, go to our Discord, go to the light report section, and you'll be able to go in and access a free light report every month, which will deep dive into one aspect of the Web3 ecosystem. For example, last month we focused on the other side, because of course the other side was a big topic, and we looked at the IP ecosystem for the other side. And of course, we have other great stuff coming up this month as well. So yes, you have an opportunity to get free research every month just for staking Bondly. So it's another great reason to keep staking your Bondly.
Yeah, I think the reason like Bondly does not get a lot of use cases in the bear market is it's not a good time to launch. Right now, you see Ethereum is at 2,100. Right now, it's like above 2,000, and then Bitcoin right hits 30,000. So many projects are gear up to launch this period of time, and many of the Animoca projects during Animoca Portfolio Day did inform that they are gear up for the coming launches for Q2. So we have more projects in incubation that are launching. That means that more utility for the Forj token, which is like Bondly token at the moment. So
yes,
yeah, definitely.
Many of our community, perhaps because of course we've been in a bear market for a good while now, well over a year, may not be aware that we obviously work very closely with Animoca to help incubate and launch Animoca projects. So we are an official, not the official, but we are certainly an official launchpad partner for Animoca, and we have a really strong pipeline of great projects that, of course, our launchpad is less active in a bear market, but as we move towards a bull, there will certainly be more reasons to want Bondly token, and of course we also have other potential pipelines of projects as well. If you look at our Ape AIP, so yes, sorry to interject, but yes, there's we're talking about the launchpad and of course the great pipeline of projects coming to our launchpad.
Mm-hmm. And you can get involved by referring and also introducing it to our community channels too in Discord. And we are very welcome to evaluate all this project to see if they are a great fit for our models that we mentioned previously. And if you take a closer look at our background, and there are many of the projects, right? That is backed by Animoca brands, and many of them are very promising. So yeah, like the success of Altava, demonstrated we can incubate great projects, and and then they are moving along nicely too. Like recently, they have launched BAGC, which is using BAYC IP to expand their function metaverse. So yeah, like going back to this slide here, you can also use it to buy passes. But we see that's like 2080 kind of rule. So like definitely this staking, right, to get more this white reports are the most important. But you can also use it for CCN2 passes to get access to Midjourney and Chat GPT prompt database, and also the workshops too. Which you can see some of the results previously, right? Many of them did use our templates to write, and the results are extraordinary. And governance buyback with the Forge tokens are going to introduce later too. So with more success on the incubation, this gives us more ability to have more things to vote on, and like the revenue, right, to buybacks too. So yeah, that is the token flywheel. Again, feel free to ask any questions in the comment below. Happy to answer them. Before the next kind of updates. And then part 3 is about the future projects pipeline. So Pixel is happening this month, right? So they are open world pixelated game, and in the coming June, and we would have another games launching too. Sci-fi games, racing games, other casual games, games within the Yuga IP community. We are constantly incubating. But again, we don't want to over like promise, under deliver. So like we are like launching at one at a time to make sure the
And
project
to
is.
be clear, Harry, when we talk about this, these aren't games coming from Forge. These are incubated projects that we are supporting to launch at these times, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, like many of them are, like invested by Animoca. Some of them are, subsidiaries too. So yeah, we do anticipate this would be very high quality, and will be very fun to play too.
Absolutely, great.
And then we have been chasing the AIP 209, which is an Ape accelerator. And we have received a lot of positive feedback in the community, right? If we go back to the review, right? For example, Helena, is one of the individual like who've been supporting us along this time, and many of the tastemaker, right, builders too. They really align with what we do. So this is at the final phase, which is the administrative review phase. There are 17 applications here at the moment that's up for vote. So we have the largest holders of ApeCoin, like who is already in our community. So we have strong like confidence that this would get passed, but we're just like waiting for the special council to have this like on the voting board.
Yes,
So yeah,
if I could just interrupt, Harry, for those of our community who aren't aware of this, this is if you are aware of how the Ape DAO works. So ApeCoin is governed by a special council and the Ape DAO, and the Ape DAO has the power to vote on the funding of projects, and we as Forge have put forward a proposal to host the official Ape DAO accelerator, which we're calling Ape Accelerator. It's a proposal we've had in the works now for 6 months or so, 7 months. And it's currently going through the motions, and hopefully will be put to vote. And yeah, as Harry mentioned, we have we've seen some strong support, so we're optimistic. But of course, we wouldn't want to promise anything. But should it be passed, we would be operating the official Ape DAO accelerator, which of course will bring a whole new realm of incredible projects coming from the kind of Bored Ape ecosystem and beyond. So really super exciting, and fingers crossed for that.
And what does it mean for Forge token, right? Not only that we would get allocation, right, like for the ApeCoin ecosystem, but we also would get the Forge Launchpad allocation too, right? So this means that more like cultural activations and more projects in our pipeline beyond the ones that we have shared just now. So this 272 project is going to continue to grow, and we handpicking the best of the best, right? To be like feature and launch right in our launch pads. So yeah, hopefully this would get passed soon, and that would definitely increase the utility of Forge tokens and also sentiments, right, for Forge too. So yeah, we are following up with all this super console members, for AG, Jerry, Vera. They have been very supportive. Yes, also is in the special console too. So obviously that that he's being very supportive for our tweets too, right, in the recent months. And yeah, like that's kind of like in the last slide. So how can you participate in the upcoming projects, and how can you potentially like grow with us, right, in this journey? Number one is the token, right? So the Forge token, which is with a ticker bondly, you can get additional allocation with a bonding tokens for this projects, and then a tastemaker pass, right, which is season 1 and season 2. You get to beta test to get allocation too, at the tastemakers. And then number 3 is about the game that we are launching Tuesday, of the third week of April. And you get to play. It's free to play. Only the pass tastemaker pass holders get to earn actual rewards, right? So these are the ways that you can participate. And if you have any other questions or feedback, feel free to comment below as well. But we are seeing in the coming months, the tokens for Forj would be stronger and stronger. The products we are rolling out would have more audience, right, to support, right, in the bull market, right, versus in the bear market. So yeah, that's the Trust. If you want to add anything else, I feel free to share here too.
No, other than just to say, as always, we appreciate that our community are always looking for more and more good news, and we promise there was lots and lots coming. We've been working super hard during this period behind the scenes, having some really, really positive conversations with key partners, and we'll be running into the next bull market, at great speed. So can't wait for that. And as Harry said, for those of you looking at Bondly and wondering the Bondly token, thinking about utility and how it fits into the ecosystem, just be reassured that with the token being very heavily aligned with our launchpad, and obviously that being such a key utility for it in a bear market. Launchpads, as Harry mentioned, aren't as active, but we have, as you've just heard, 2 huge pipelines, and we hope to be one of the preeminent launchpads in the coming bull run. So you will want to make sure you have the right allocation of Bondly tokens to be able to get as high an allocation as possible for some of these amazing projects coming up. So basically, get it while it's cheap. And yes, we'll listen for more news. And of course, as we mentioned, if you continue to stake your Bondly and you've reached at least bronze tier status, then you will also have the ability to get free research as well, which will help you in your own bear market kind of research and strategization. So always adding value, of course. So any questions, please do drop them in the Discord, and the team will make sure that we get them. Harry and I will jump in, answer any questions, and of course, please feel free to reach out to us as well. Thank you as ever for your attention and for being part of our journey with us. We love you all, and we hope to speak to you very, very soon.
Yeah, join our weekly space. We also would be directly talking to the audience too. So yeah, you can also voice any questions here too. But yeah, that's wrap for today. Thanks for listening, and look forward to seeing you the next time.
Perfect. Thanks, everyone.